you need to get on Threads as soon as possible, okay? And that's because Threads is helping small content creators get paid for creating content that is really not that hard at all to create, all right? As a matter of fact, it's extremely simple, and I will show you how simple it is with my personal account, right? The one that I'm going to be showcasing in a little short series, right? As I try to grow on Threads, right? Grow in public, so to speak. And I will also show you the account of another person that is extremely successful in Threads that I'm actually learning from, okay? If you would like some guidance, actually, that will, the same guidance that I'm using right now to, speed up and propel my growth on Threads and my ability to make money on Threads, you can check out the first link in the description below this video, okay? I'll show you exactly where it will take you and all that, basically everything that's all that's all entailed, right? And in what you would learn, essentially. Okay. Now, if you're joining me for the first time, my name is Christian and welcome to my channel. I am Christian M, a place where I decided to document my attempted journey to financial independence. And by financial independence, all we're trying to do here is get to the point where we're generating enough in passive income to cover our living expenses. So I'm trying to document it in a way that anybody watching can basically copy what I'm trying to do, so much so that if it does turn out successful, you could hopefully have a similar result. So if that kind of stuff is of interest to you, please do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. And while you're at it, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you're notified every single time I release a new video. Okay. Now, Threads, right, is one of these, and this is, by the way, Threads, the little Instagram's little brother or little cousin, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, but it's an extension of Instagram, and it is one of those underlooked platforms, right? It's, I feel like it's kind of under the radar right now, and there are people making money with it, right? Like beginners, people just getting started who, it's especially beneficial to people who do not want to be on camera, right? One of the biggest hurdles or obstacles for a lot of people when it comes to content creation, especially if it's, we're talking video content here, is that a lot of people just do not want to be on camera, right? And I can understand, right? A lot of people just would rather not be found by friends and family. They're worried about other people's opinions and getting getting laughed at, whatever the case may be. But those are things that you're going to have to learn to overcome, right? If you want to see some success online, all right? Now, Threads is unique in that it presents you with an opportunity to create content, right? And really simple content without necessarily sharing your face on camera, okay? Because it's all written content, right? Even though the app does allow you to post videos on there as well, but it's primarily text content, okay? And one of the things that I'm going to be doing, right, is essentially showing my little Threads account that I have on here that I really have not worked on at all, but I'm going to start working on it, right? And I'm going to show you publicly. I'm not worried about sharing it here. Don't feel like me sharing it here is going to influence the activity or the progress or success of it, because it's not like I get a ton of followers or, it's understandable that people might think that, because I'm sharing it here, I may start growing more because of people on YouTube going and looking for my Threads account and following there, right? There might be a little aspect of that, but it's extremely minimal, okay? Like, majority of the growth that I'm expecting to have as I share my journey here is going to come predominantly from posting on Threads. Now, let me go ahead and show you what I have going as an account for the time being, so you can know what we're dealing with, like what the starting point is, right? So this is my Threads account right here, okay? At the time of this recording, I have 68 followers, okay? I'm going to set myself an extremely low barrier to clear right now, which is my aim is just to at least get to 100 followers before the end of this month, right? So basically a little under 2 weeks. And again, like I said, I believe that is an extremely low bar to clear. because considering, you know, I'm already at 68 followers, and all I need right now is just basically 32 followers. Now, why is 100 followers crucial thing that I'm looking at here? Is because it will give me access to my analytics, right? One of the things about the threads is that you can't really see like your analytics and how many people you're reaching and all that type of stuff. I kind of like the equivalent of YouTube's YouTube Studio and all that, where you get to see like your analytics and how many views you're getting and all that type of stuff. You don't get access to that information on Threads until you hit 100 followers. Okay, so like I mentioned, that's an extremely low barrier that I'm looking to clear right now. I'm going to, because like I said, it's baby steps here for me. I'm just doing everything in baby steps. And, from that point on, as I progress, I'm going to be doing several regular updates with my progress here on Threads. All right. So I'm looking to do that. And then obviously I'll share exactly everything that I'm doing here. Like what I'm doing to earn money, whether it's selling products, my own products if I decide to create any products like digital products that I sell my own, or selling other people's products as an affiliate. I can tell you right off the bat from the start, I'm going to be focusing more so on products as an affiliate, right? And as I progress over time, I may look into creating my own product, because I do see there are maybe some little spaces here and there that I see the need for, there is a need for something that I'm seeing missing, right, in the market, in terms of, when it comes to like learning how to market and promote on Threads, right? So that might be my own little corner that I might go carve out, but that's later on down the line. If you're interested in knowing specifically what that is, just ask me in the comments and I'll be glad to share it. But this is where we are. Now, the interesting thing about Threads is that, because it is connected to Instagram, I had noticed that, for the little bit that I had been doing before I slacked off, right, that as I did start growing on Threads, my Instagram account started growing as well, right? Like I started gaining more followers on Instagram. So as of the time of this recording, I'm only at 46 followers on Instagram, okay? And we'll see over time I start getting more followers on Instagram as a result of my activity on Threads. I don't know for sure, only because I also do plan to post on Instagram. So it's going to be really hard to tell if in the event that I do start getting more growth on Instagram, if it's going to be as a result of the activity that I'm, doing, my activity on Instagram versus what I'm doing on Threads. But anyway, the focus here is on Threads, okay? Now, I did promise earlier on in the video that I was going to show you the person that I am learning from. One of the when it comes to like Threads, okay? Like, there are, it's not just one person, right? There are several people, that I'm looking at, but this is the first course, right? Like in terms of like purchasing a course, this is the first course that I actually purchased to start learning about growth on Threads and making money on Threads, okay? So that before I even show you who that person is, there's two things, right? There's two things I want to point out. Generally speaking, right, there are two sets of, I've mentioned this before in prior videos, right? There are gonna be people who value money over time, okay? And then there are gonna be those that value time over money. And this is with reference to, paying, right? Purchasing a course, right? To have all the steps and everything laid out in front of you so that you don't have to go through the trouble of trial and error and trying to figure things out on your own, right? So there's people that's people who value their time, right? So they're willing to spend money, right, to save that time, right, and get results more quickly. That's the idea. And then you have those who who value their money over time, so they prefer to save that money and spend time, right, figuring everything out on themselves. Those are like the do-it-yourselfers type people, right? And nothing wrong with either one of these two sets. It just all depends on you as an individual, right? Now, someone like me, I like speed, right? So if it's, if it makes sense, right, I'm the type of person that would, much rather, I value my time a little bit more, right? So if I would much rather spend the money when it makes sense to me, right? That doesn't mean I'm always gonna, invest in a course every single time, no matter the cost, right? That's why I say whenever it makes sense, I am the type of person that would much rather invest in a course that's going to lay everything out, and predominantly from somebody that has already had the success, achieved what it is that I'm also looking to achieve. Okay. And that is the case of this particular account that I'm going to show you, the person whose footsteps that I'm, is the first course that I've actually purchased, right? There are more people that I'm learning from, and I will share more of those in future videos. Okay. I just wanted to show you where I'm starting from, my initial starting point when it comes to learning about threads. And I don't want to like overwhelm and, once people start looking, once you start looking at too many different things all at once, you end up not doing much, right? So this is my starting point, okay? And I have been following the teachings of this particular account right here, okay? So she goes by the name of Alexis. I don't want to butcher her last name, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce it, okay? So this is the account right here. If you want to go, give it a follow right now. So I was at 68 followers right now. She's on 15.1 thousand followers. Okay. And here's the interesting part. So talking about people who are getting the results from the platforms, from the various platforms. So one of her main post that she pinned at the top of her profile on this is a post that was made on the 22nd of February 2025, and she says here, posting on Threads made me almost 60K in 6 months. My page is literally telling you how, but you keep scrolling. So these are like some of the I'm just showing you like the type of content or little things that you can post in here, and this is just I was just pointing that out in particular, right? And the one that was really of interest, so where was it? So gaining 50 to 100 followers a day. And then here's one of the most recent ones here, where she said, I literally could cry. I've made 9,500 this month so far. Almost a 5-figure month, and we are only halfway through. Thank you, Threads, for completely changing my life and financial situation. Okay. So that is it's kind of like, it may seem like a bold or crazy statement, right, to say that something as something as small as a platform like Threads is what has been life changing for her. But that's the kind of impact that this little platform is having for a lot of people. Okay. And clearly, we know she's gonna have, at least I know she's gonna have a 5-figure month, right? She says almost. So we're only halfway through the month. She's already made $9,500 selling digital products, right? Primarily here from Threads, right? I know she does a little bit of stuff on Instagram as well, but Threads is her primary driver, right? And we know, she's gonna hit 5 figures this month, right? So halfway through the month, she's already at 9,500. Okay. So, pretty safe to say she will hit 10K or more, right? So this is just one, again, once you get going on Threads and you start learning about like the different strategies and how to grow and all that type of stuff, you will come across a bunch of different profiles and stuff, profiles in your niche that you want to promote in. Okay. So this, obviously, like I mentioned, I prefer speed, right? Like, so I prefer to save my time and purchase a course, and which she does have a course, which is the one that I mentioned you can get access to as well. It's going to be that first link in the description below this video, and this is what it looks like right here. Okay, so this is that's her. Let me see. All right, so this is the course right here. Okay, it's called Threads to Millions, right? And it's the ultimate Threads course, $67 at the time of this recording. This can go up at any given time T, so I'm not going to promise that you'll see that same price. The only reason I say that, it looks like it's going to be this price for a little while, and I only say that because when the course first came out, it was less than this. Okay, it was less than this, and the more she, updates it, the more she adds to it, right? The more it's there's a likelihood that the price could go up, keep going up as well. Okay. Oh, and full disclosure, I should let you know, right, that I am also an affiliate. So that first link in the description below this video, that is actually my affiliate link, right? And that is something that you will also be able to have access to if you want to, if you decide to purchase the course that will teach you how to get going on Threads. Okay. And it's she's I think at the time of this recording, I haven't checked lately, but I think she is paying a generous 80% in commissions. So this would be a really good way for you to start making money. As a matter of fact, this course right here is going to be one of the ones that I will be promoting quite a bit on the Threads platform, and this is why it's such a it makes a lot of sense in terms of helping you make sales on the platform, because guess what? All the people who are using Threads, right, no matter what niche or industry they're in, if they are people who are active on Threads, you can best believe that they are going to they would be interested in growing their audience, right? Like reaching a bigger audience, right? And it only makes sense that to promote something like a product on Threads that teaches you how to grow on Threads and how to make money with Threads, right? It makes sense to promote a product like that on the platform. So anybody that's on there that is remotely interested in growing on Threads, they probably would find something like this relatively attractive, right? Okay, so this is, like I said, if you click that link in the description below this video, it will take you to this page, and you can see all the different things that you're going to learn inside the course. The one thing I will also mention is that it does come with a community, right? So that's always good, right? Like the community is hosted on the school platform, SKOOL. And the good thing about these things is that it's always good that when you are working on anything in particular that you're trying to achieve, it always helps when you surround yourself with people who are like-minded, have similar mindset, that are looking to do the same thing, right? So you can bounce ideas off of each other, meet new people, collaborate, and all that type of stuff, right? Network in essence, right? So that's something that comes that's going to come in pretty handy. Okay, so anyway, that's that. So besides if you're wondering, right, for instance, like what to promote on Threads, or how to grow on Threads, or what products you should be promoting, like you don't know where to start, that is something that a course like this one will show you and help you do. Okay, and like I mentioned, if you don't know what to promote, I can tell you right now, one of the things, you don't have to, because obviously you might not be interested in it, but a course like this one, you can be an affiliate for after you purchase the course and make 80% in commissions for this price. Sometimes there are sales every now and then, right, where she might take a little off, but I think that from the last that I saw, seemed like it's usually like $10 off, but the last that I saw, it's going to be a while before, or maybe she won't be doing that anymore anytime soon, and maybe at some point the price of this particular product may go up. And I can tell you that that's just not a marketing gimmick or whatever, because it has gone up before already. It was cheaper than this before. I know for a fact at one point it was at $47, right? Whether it was ever cheaper than that before, I don't know. But if it is something that you're considering, I would highly encourage it. And if you are going to do it, you probably want to do it sooner rather than later. Okay. So that's that. But then keeping aside just making money from promoting this particular course, there's so many different courses, so many different niches you can get into, right? You can, like I said, you absolutely do not have to promote this course at all, right? When it comes to growing on like making money with Threads, right? The primary, as a matter of fact, if you are going to purchase this particular course, your primary, ideally, if you're somebody that wants to take advantage of Threads to help promote to help improve your performance with whatever it is you're already promoting, or grow your own, in your own niche. The primary purpose for you for purchasing this course should be to use the content in it to learn how to grow on Threads and drive more traffic and generate more sales. Okay, that should be the primary purpose. If you are one of those who has zero experience or just no idea what to, then that's that's when I would suggest, okay, well, maybe promoting a product about Threads on the platform Threads might be a good way to go. Okay, right? Because it makes sense. And like I said, you've seen my profile. I'm going to be showing. I'm going to be sharing my journey, like how quickly I'm growing, what kind of things that are helping, what I'm doing. Obviously, I'm going to be trying to put into practice a lot of the things that I'm learning from the Threads to Millions course. So that's definitely something for you to check out. Anyway, that's it. Any questions, comments, or suggestions you have, put them in the comments section below. I will be sure to respond. And if you, like I said, if you would like to get started, which I would highly encourage you to get on Threads right now, because the opportunity, it's not crowded, it's not saturated or anything like that. It's still a new platform, right? And usually the people who are on there earlier are the ones that tend to get the best benefits or best results from it. So I'd highly encourage you to check out first link in the description below this video, learn how to get going. And I will catch you in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way, so you can see if and hit that bell icon so that you're notified every single time I release a new video. So in the event that I do release like an update showing my progress and how things are going, you will be notified when that does happen. All right. Thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Ciao.